So now we're going to move into personal cybersecurity in the age of AI. So first we have recognizing AI-powered scams, so the convincing test. So normally if an email is too good to be true, chances are you should be suspicious because there's a high possibility that it may be a scam. Also verify everything. In cybersecurity, there's the principle of zero trust. So trust nothing, verify everything, right? If you receive an email and it looks suspicious, always double check, do a Google search. So let's say you get an email from your bank and it's saying that you need to update your address in order to prevent you from having your account deleted or deactivated. Call your bank directly to find out, hey, I got this message stating XYZ. Is it something that is authentic? Did you guys actually send out this message or this email? So verify everything. Don't take anything for granted because sometimes it can be that of an imposter. Like I explained before, deepfake red flags. Look for things like slight inconsistencies, audio quality inconsistencies, unnatural facial movements, strange lighting in the video. When in doubt, call back the person. Now, in the case of the singer Marshall Montano in Trinidad, most of us would not have access to call him, but show it to a friend, show it to a colleague. If you work in an organization, show it to your IT help desk personnel. They would be able to provide you with professional advice as to whether the video may be fake or whether it may be an authentic video. Protecting your data from AI. So be mindful when using certain tools like chatbots. Like I said, don't input sensitive or personal information into these chatbots because data is being collected by these chatbots and we really don't know how our data is being treated when we input them into some of these chatbots, right? Limit sharing. Be mindful of what you post online. I know we live in an age where we love to post things in real time. So we took a trip to, let's say, New York City and we posted, hey, everyone, I'm in New York City, with your little selfie camera and all of that. But it is a risk to you, right? Because one, someone can be monitoring you. And as soon as you get off the plane in New York City, they can kidnap you, right? And it also poses a threat to your home, to exposing your home to being robbed, right? So just be mindful of that. Instead of sharing photos in real time, wait 2-3 days and then post your photos. In terms of passwords, have strong passwords, right? Now, I know that it can be a burden to remember so many passwords because we have a password for our work email, our personal email, our shopping websites. If we are in school, sometimes the portals may have a password. So what I would say is to use a password manager in order to manage your passwords. Password managers also help with the creation of strong and complex passwords. And the best practice for setting up a strong password is that your password is 16 to 64 characters long. So the example I like to give, my dogs have big feet, and you change up some of the characters in there, or you can also add maybe a number after the paraphrase. Use updated software. So I know many of us, we get software updates on our phones, sometimes on our laptops, and we put it off for the next day or we put it off for later. Software updates contain patches or hot fixes that are necessary to patch vulnerabilities. So when a software developer realizes that there's a vulnerability or a flaw in their software, they would issue these patches in order to prevent you from being a victim or from being exploited by potential threat actors. Ethical considerations with AI, the black box effect. So there are many conversations around AI in terms of understanding why it makes certain decisions, like the example I was sharing with regards to the loan application denial, right? And there are a lot of conversations also around copyright infringement. There was a lady who won the best-selling author of the year. I believe it was in the UK or somewhere in Europe. And other persons within the field were basically questioning whether or not she deserved the award because she would have used AI in order to write her books. So is it that she was the owner of the content? Was it the AI model? Or was it the company that made the AI model? So there are a lot of conversations around how AI works, how it disseminates information, and who really and truly is the creator, quote unquote, of the information or the end product. And always hold your developers and companies accountable for creating AI models that are fair, secure, and respectful of privacy. So always remember that there's a human behind these AI models, right? And these businesses and organizations, they must treat our data with the highest level of cybersecurity that they can. All right. In most organizations, if you have some type of cybersecurity policy in place, do your due diligence and check if you are implementing an AI model into your organization. Do your due diligence and check to see how these companies are handling your data, especially if you are dealing with customers, external customers. Because at the end of the day, it only takes one breach to destroy the trust that you have with your customers. Yeah. So we have come to the end of the presentation, right? This presentation, like I said, it was made with AI. And of course, I would have gone over, checked to make sure everything was up to par. And I would like to encourage you all to stay connected to the TTC suits as well. I would also share in the chat some resources that you all can utilize in order to get some cybersecurity content. For those of you who you may have some type of interest in cybersecurity, but you're not too sure, there are a lot of free courses that you can take in order to see if you like it, if it may be a fit for you. And for those of you who are in the field already, these are actually some courses that would be very much beneficial to you in your endeavors and in your academic pursuits. So I thank you all very much for joining. And I thank you to Icare as well for hosting this webinar. I think cybersecurity awareness is so important to all of us, not just the technical people, because like I said before, cybersecurity, is an enterprise risk. It's both the employer and the employee who is responsible. Everyone has their part to play in protecting and safeguarding their information and data. So Debbie, I hand back over to you.
I have learned so much. I don't even know where to begin in terms of the question. Yeah. And you've broken down each topic related to AI, so carefully. Thank you so much for thinking of us, being so considerate of us, that you did such a great presentation. Any questions?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Any questions asked? If you rather answer them another time, please state so. So I will try to see if I can ask some questions. Now, I'm not sure if you had answered them before, because so much I learned. Which AI assistant do you prefer the most? Siri, Gemini, or Alexa, and why? Because I use Gemini.
Oh gosh, I love Gemini as well. I actually call her Jemmy. She's my bestie at this point. Right. I think the first time I actually used Gemini was with my manager, Anish, and we were working on a document our permanent secretary called. She's basically like the director of the ministry. So she called and she needed a correspondence done in like half an hour.
Wow.
And we were like, you know what? We have everything that we need. So we input the information, we set our parameters into the AI chatbot, and in the split of a second or the snap of a finger, we were able to come up with some good pointers in order to justify the reason why we wanted to purchase a certain piece of equipment and submit it to PS. So yeah, efficiency.
Yes, but okay, which leads me to the next question. Now, AI is not always reliable, right? Why is that? And how
Mhm.
more effectively to ensure we get the right outcomes? Because I remember someone
Right.
telling
Mhm.
they actually did a research using I think ChatGPT, and they got wrong information.
Right.
So they told ChatGPT, hey, this
Mm.
is not correct information. And it was like, oops, sorry. So how do we
Yeah.
ensure what do we use AI for huge research papers? Like if you're doing a PhD, something is so important,
Mhm.
how we can make the
Right.
best of it without becoming too dependent of it.
So I would say, so like I said in the presentation, right, the AI is as good, the information that we get out is as good as the data that we feed it. So if it isn't trained on certain parameters or certain topics, it would not necessarily give you accurate information, right? Because the information it gives you is based on probability. So at no point in time is the model ever 100% certain that this is the answer. So that is where us humans now come into play to do our due diligence and fact check everything that the AI model is telling us, right? So I know a lot of people have the notion that AI is here to replace humans, but at the end of the day, it is a creative partner. That is how I like to call it, because we still need to do our research. We still need to fact check, sorry, everything before we actually, put it into a nice little document and see this is mine. As well as sometimes AI would hallucinate. Sometimes you may give it a prompt and it may tell you something extremely off key. So we always have to keep these things in mind. Sometimes there's also something called data poisoning, where a threat actor can attack the body or the corpus of information that the artificial intelligence model is based on. So again, fact check everything. Yes, you can use it. I would say yes, but always fact check. Do your due diligence, and go to certain websites. And I know now, I'm not sure if this was something in the past, but with Gemini, it gives you the links where it pulls information from. So if you're doing some type of research, you will look on certain websites like government websites. Look for resources that are accurate, basically. So you look on the websites and you can look at the links that they pull the information from as a form of fact verification. So you know that, the source of your information is authentic, reliable, and accurate.
Great, great, wonderful. Thank you so much. By chance, how do you see AI progressing in the future, especially in cybersecurity? What hopes you have for it?
I think it will definitely help us with some of the more mundane tasks in terms of analyzing the data. I think it is already actually doing that, but it's a big help in that area because, like I was explaining, when you have to go through, thousands of feeds and alerts, it kind of
Yeah,
makes it difficult for us to go through all of that. And we are a small team, just 6 persons. So it kind of frees up our time and we are able to focus on some of the more complex, tasks. But I think it will be very beneficial in the future. And, I am very much excited to see where it takes us. I don't think it will ever replace, humans, as I said before, but it will definitely be a great help in terms of analytics and even, helping with presentations, helping to craft presentations, as well as maybe providing information to the public on a 24/7 basis. Because, sometimes you may want some information, something may pop up in your head maybe at 10 o'clock at night, and there isn't anyone to maybe answer the phone or to take a call. But these chatbots can be implemented in order to take persons' queries, to take questions, even if an attack happens, right? You can use these chatbots where persons can access them 24/7. They put their information in, and it notifies and uh, analysts so that in the morning when you get up, you see you have a whole roster of incidents that
right.
happen or questions, right? So I think it would improve efficiency in those ways, not only internally, but for our customers and our community that we serve as well.
Okay, great.
If you also are desirous of pursuing cybersecurity and you don't necessarily have a technical background, that's okay because I don't have a technical background. I did international relations and management studies. So there are many different areas of cybersecurity you can get into. It's like a multifaceted domain where you have things like legal, you have capacity building, you have persons, um, like communications persons, so many different areas, so don't just think it's limited to the technical aspect only. And I think each aspect of cybersecurity is important to contribute to, the whole, and to make up, to basically add value to what really cybersecurity is today. So don't let, um, you being a non-technical person keep you back from pursuing a career in cyber.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and thank you to all who participated.
Thank you
for your
again.
patience. You all stayed here for a whole hour. That means you're really interested in this, right? So they deserve this
A little
certificate
more than
of
an hour.
participation. Yes, yes.
Definitely,
Definitely.
you all
They
deserve
deserve
a
this
special
certificate.
chat.
They deserve to be part of this WhatsApp group because they showed their commitment. So I'm so proud of them.
Yes,
Okay. All right. So
definitely.
yeah, so Chinonso said he loved this presentation and learned a lot. Now, because it's time is up, I would further discuss the presentation, the certificates, and the details surrounding the WhatsApp group and other collaborations at a later date. Right? So take care, everyone. Until next time.
Bye, everyone. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Denise. It was wonderful. Great job. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thanks.